Skateboarding is a popular sport in many parts of the world, but for kids in Afghanistan's capital, Kabul, it's more than just a fun activity. It allows kids to be kids away from conflict and poverty. CCTV's Natalie Carney reports on the country's first co-ed skateboarding school.
The streets of the Afghan capital are not a great place to grow up. Yet that's where 14-year-old Hanifa found herself day in and day out. That is, until she started skateboarding.
I sold tea at Zarnagar Park before I came to Skate-istan. I experienced harassment on the streets. I had a very bad life before coming here.
Skate-istan is not your conventional school, nor is skateboarding a sport widely practiced in Afghanistan, let alone by girls. Yet over 40% of the students here are female.
Skateboarding is a kind of new sport. It's a kind of different comparing to other sports. And here you will challenge your own self. You have to concentrate a lot, which kind of trick you want to use, how you have to stand on the skateboard. So that's why we selected skateboarding as a tool to educate young Afghan youth.
The program, which works with roughly 800 students across the country, also promotes teamwork amongst those from different ethnicities, an issue that has divided Afghan culture for decades.
Here I can build my future with skateboarding if I become a strong skater.
Hanifa has already gotten pretty good in the 5 years she's been skateboarding. Today, she supports her entire family by teaching other female students. In fact, 70% of the staff at Skate-istan were once students themselves.
Many of these children come from very difficult, very challenged backgrounds which suppress their identity, whereas programs like Skate-istan allow those children to be creative and free.
Around 65% of our students are working on the street. Almost they have lost their minds on the street. Mostly when the students are feeling confident is about like a kind of freedom is given to them. They can mention whatever they have. They can do whatever they can.
They can push back against outdated cultural traditions and find their own voice. When they're not skateboarding, these students are studying. Many of these kids have had little to no opportunity to go to school, so Skate-istan will educate them up to a third grade level, then help them transfer into the public school system. This empowerment helps them build potential to change their own future. The United Nations might say Afghanistan is the worst place in the world to be born, but through skateboarding, these children are proving it can be a pretty fun place to grow up. Natalie Carney for CCTV in Kabul, Afghanistan.